Hey Leah, so I believe you had a question about coming up with the equation. So to come up with the equation, here, let me try this. Let's see if this makes it easier for you. So to come up with the equation, I know I'm going to have y equals some slope x and then plus some number, right? So I need to have some slope, and then this is where I start. So to find the slope, what we can do is remind ourselves that this should be rise over run, correct? So rise is always the y, so in this case I know it's plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, okay? Which means my rise would be plus 1. And then my run would be, so this is also plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. So my run would be 1 over 1, x plus. Now this is the part that I'm guessing you had a lot of trouble with, to find out where we started from. So what we can do is, let me just scroll down a little bit. To find this point, we want to know where we started. So I want to know what is my y value when my x value is 0. Okay. Now, I could do one of two things. I could either go back 5 times, because that's at 5. I want this to be at 0, right? So I can go back 5 times, which means I should also go back 5 times here too, which would give me 3. Or I can do this. So I know my equation is now going to be 1 over 1 x plus some number. Let's call it b. Okay? Our b value. So now I can choose any number and plug it in and to find what my, any point, plug it in to find out what my b value is. So let's say I chose this point, 5 and 8. Okay. So in this case I would have 8 is my y equals 1 divided by 1 is just 1, and x in this case is 5, right? 5 plus b. Now I could use BEDMAS. 8 equals, well, 5 times 1 is 5 plus b. So now to solve for b, I just need to move the 5 to the other side, which means 8 minus 5, so my b value would equal to 3. So this value would be 3. Okay, and I'm done. Here's my equation. Y equals 1 over 1 x plus 3. Okay. So I do the same thing for, let's say, this table here. Okay. Now I know this is going up plus 10, and I know this is also going up plus 10. Okay, so my first difference here is plus 10. How about over here? Well, I'm going up by 5, up by 5, up by 5. Okay, which means my slope, so let me start with the equation first. I know it's going to be y equals whatever my slope is, x plus my b value. So my b value is where I start. Okay. Now, what's my slope then? Well, my slope is rise over run. So y is always rise, so it's going to be 10 over 5. Okay. Now I'm not done. I have to solve for b, right? So this is where I say y equals, well, it's 10 divided by 5, 2, x plus b. Now to solve for b, I can choose any set of points here. So let's say I chose this set, 5 and 11. 11 is my y value, so let me just scroll this down. So that means 11 would be y. 11 equals 2 times, and now what's my x value? In this case it's 5. Let me switch back to green for you. 5 plus b, and then I just solve. So 11 equals, well, 2 times 5 is 10 plus b. Now to solve for b, just have to move the 10 to the other side. 11 minus 10 is 1. 1 equals b. So then the equation is just y equals 10 over 5x plus 1. Okay? So hopefully that helps. Maybe I should do one more. Let me just do one more for you quickly. I'll do this one. How about? Okay. So for this one, same thing. I know this is plus 1. This is plus 1. this is plus 1, this is also plus 1. Okay, which means my slope I know is going to be y equals 1 over 1. 1 over 1 x plus whatever my b value is. Okay. Now from here, I could just sub in any x and y value. Any x and y value from this table. So let's just use 11 and 16 this time. So my y value would be 11 equals 1 divided by 1 is just 1. And what's my x value? 16 plus b. And now 11 equals 1 times 16 is 16 plus b. Move this over. Because it changes signs, it becomes 11 minus 16, which gives me negative 5 equals b. So then b would be negative 5. Okay, so hopefully this answers your question. If not, just post back and I'll come up with another video. Okay.